Yesterday, on his Truth Social platform, President Trump announced his decision to allow American tech companies to sell its H200 AI chip to approved customers in China. Nvidia is the name of the company. The president further reported that the details being finalized right now by the Commerce Department will also apply to other American tech companies like MDA and Intel. While the president said this policy will support American jobs, strengthen U.S. manufacturing, and benefit American taxpayers, a question being raised right now is at what cost? And there are many that are concerned that this will fuel China's position in the AI race and could possibly eclipse the United States in this race. Joining me now to talk about this, Gordon Chang, who is a Asian expert, written several books on China, and he joins us now. In fact, if you want to keep up with him, it's Gordon G. Chang on X. Gordon, thanks so much for stepping in and joining us today.
Well, thank you so much, Tony, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well. So I want to ask you about this. This took a lot of folks by surprise. It was just a little more than a month ago that the president said he was not letting anyone other than the U.S. have the most advanced AI chips. Nvidia's H200 chips are not their most advanced. All right, I think that's called, they're the Blackwell chips. Those are not a part of this deal. But some are saying that this still helps them because then they can focus their resources on advancing higher, more powerful chips because we're providing them these lower level chips. What do you say?
Yeah, the H200 chip is far more advanced than anything that we have allowed NVIDIA or other companies to sell to China. And we absolutely should not do it. You know, there are a lot of people, including the Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick, who say, look, we should allow American chip companies to sell second or third rate chips because we want to keep China addicted to our technology stack, as he put it. Well, China will never be addicted to our stack. They demand self-sufficiency, and they're working very hard toward it, putting a lot of resources. What they want are good American chips because they want to bridge a gap. They know that their chips now are not as good as ours, but they could very well be in the near future. But in that gap, they do need America's chips to train their AI models and for other things. So, no, we shouldn't be doing this. Well, that's the strategic issue. There's also a moral issue, and the moral issue is just as important as the strategic one.
Well, I know the scripture says if your enemy is thirsty, give him something to drink, but I don't see that it says give them chips that will help their military advance. And, I mean, China has been very clear about their objectives. They do not, as Joe Biden used to say, is friendly competition. It is not friendly competition. They want to conquer.
They certainly want to conquer, and they've been very clear about it. May 2019, People's Daily, the most authoritative publication in China, carried a landmark editorial that declared a people's war on us. In 2023, PLA Daily, which is the main propaganda organ of the Chinese military, defined people's war as total war. So we know what they want. Xi Jinping has been pushing this notion that he's the world's only legitimate ruler, which means he thinks of the United States at best as a colony. So no, this is an existential struggle. President Trump needs to get on the page. We have to look at this as we did during the Cold War. This is existential, Tony.
So why? Why would the administration make this decision to sell these advanced chips to China?
I'm just guessing, but I'm thinking that President Trump believes that this would be a revenue generator for the U.S. government. Also, Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, has really been pressing the administration hard on this. I guess the sense is that this is not going to harm the U.S., but it is. And the problem here is that we're talking about the domination of the 21st century. Who is going to own the 21st century? Well, that's going to be the country that gets other countries to adopt its AI. And we really shouldn't be helping China with a sale of H200 chips.
Is this one of those problems of looking at the world through the lenses of economy and economic transactions?
Yes, and it's also looking at China as if it were organized like the United States. But it's not. It's a totalitarian society. It's communist. It has made it clear that it wants to destroy the United States with its unrestricted warfare. And so you can't have cooperative relations with those who want to kill you. And we know that the Chinese have been very good at that with fentanyl and COVID and all the rest of it. So we have to look at China in a very different light.
I'm going to go back. We just have about 2 minutes left, Gordon Chang. You said, there's a strategic element here, but there's also a moral element.
The moral element is that we know that China will use these chips in its military. China has this doctrine of military-civil fusion, which means that everything that a civilian institution has gets pipelined to the military. The Chinese military is being configured to kill Americans. So whether this is, whether we talk about strategic aspects or not, the point is we should never help any country kill Americans. It's as simple as that. We're going to send our boys and girls into battle. We don't want them being killed with American technology.
Could this also be used? China has one of the most advanced surveillance systems used to suppress their people, and in particular minorities, religious minorities. Will this facilitate that?
I'm sure it will. We know that a lot of American technology has gone into China's surveillance state, from Microsoft to other companies. This never should have been permitted in the first place, but we are giving China a big advantage if we are increasing their ability to use artificial intelligence to surveil the Chinese people. And China has the most advanced, most sophisticated surveillance mechanisms, which are beyond anything that most Americans can contemplate.
And they're exporting it to other repressive regimes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gordon, we're out of time. Always great to talk with you, my friend. You've given us a lot to pray about. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, Tony, and God bless.